This morning on our series, The New You, a flight attendant who's put her family first her entire life. Jan Beckman was just a regular mom trying to juggle kids and a career until she met the NewYouTV.com creator, Nellie Galan. Nellie has her story.
How do I look?
Flying the friendly skies used to be strictly for the young and beautiful.
You know, you see these perky, darling girls, and you're thinking, I used to look like that.
Jan Beckman should know. The 49-year-old flight attendant has been with American Airlines for 28 years.
It's hard. You're working with 20-year-olds, and you're nearly 50.
Age hasn't been Jan's only obstacle.
Do you know where your seats are tonight?
In 1999, she went through a bitter divorce, and a few months later, her mother was diagnosed with emphysema.
It was a difficult time.
Determined to care for her mom and still attend her son's soccer games, she flew the red-eyes.
I knew I had to for my children.
The hours were long and often lonely, until she was introduced to Bob Beckman.
I met my Prince Charming.
It had to be you.
They fell in love and were married. Things finally seemed to be on track.
We have 4 children, 2 of his and 2 of mine.
Except now, 4 college tuitions loomed ahead.
This one is just sausage and peppers, and this one has chicken. Financially, it's just been a struggle the last couple of years.
Jan's solution? More flights and a second job as a real estate agent.
I have already previewed the property.
Leaving little downtime for this hardworking mom.
God, I just want to go to a spa, but who has the money? Who has the time?
We decided Jan deserved a break.
I would like to look as young on the outside as I do on the inside.
I believe in miracles. Her first stop,
I think I'd like to lengthen him a little bit and give you a nice, big, pretty smile.
The office of cosmetic dentist Dr. Sherry Word for bleaching and veneers. Then off to plastic surgeon Dr. Terry Dubrow.
Oh, that's ugly.
For chin lipo, an eye lift, and a thread lift.
You look incredible.
This is going to be the new me. We're just going to see.
A gift to a mother who puts others before herself.
And Nellie Galan, good morning to you.
Is she unbelievable?
She's fantastic. I was going to ask you, what was it about her story that motivated you to pick her, but it's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious. I think so many women have things happen to them, and they literally walk around like the living dead. I wanted to bring her back to life. I wanted to erase the pain that she's gone through in her life.
I want to take a look at the before pictures of Jan one more time before we bring her out. There she is before. And now, without further ado, Jan, come on out here and show the world how beautiful you look. You look fantastic. And I know you were sitting back there quite emotional as that piece played. Talk to us about what you're feeling.
Oh, my gosh, Meredith. I don't even know where to begin. I feel like Cinderella. I feel like some years were taken from me, like a lot of women feel.
I mean, just from the stress of life and the things that happened in the divorce and your mom.
Of course, taking care of my sick mom. I wouldn't take those years back for anything. Divorce, which so many people go through. But now I've recaptured those years. I feel like I'm young again on the inside, and I hopefully got a lot of that back on the outside, and this is all totally
She's a redhead.
And she's a redhead, right? A fire redhead.
Do you realize she's only done this 10 days ago? Little small procedures.
Let's talk about those procedures. Walk us through it, okay? Let's start with, I guess, the thread lift, because that's the most dramatic.
The contour thread lift, which is the most incredible thing, because without having a facelift, she literally has threads that were put in through underneath her skin that lifted her eyes.
Didn't hurt.
And
doesn't hurt at all.
It doesn't hurt, and you don't have to have a whole facelift. And look at her. This is 8 days later.
Little swollen still.
She had a little lipo as well. She had
the eye surgery too, right?
The eye surgery. She had an upper and lower, so that's to tuck in the skin. Again, 8 days ago. Look at this. She looks amazing, amazing, amazing.
You look great.
And it's so incredible.
She also had her teeth done. She had Da Vinci veneers put in. And those, look at her mouth. I mean, tell her how you never could smile either before.
Yeah, I had like little fangs, and everybody thought my smile was fine except for me, and it's so costly, and I just couldn't do it. You know.
How much did the cost just for the dental work then?
Well, the dental work is usually $1,000 to $2,000 per veneer. So she got a lot of work that, you know, really she couldn't afford. Which
And it
is
was all
incredible.
donated,
It was
actually. I want to say
donated
that by
Da
both
Vinci.
doctors, yes.
And Da
They
Vinci
were
veneers.
so wonderful.
And
Just
I think
wonderfully kind people.
The other big trick is that when you're going to have a little work done, if you change your hair color, I just said to her, you have a redhead living inside of you. We gave her this incredible weave, headline weave, that you sew in, and she's a redhead, so people will go, oh, you have red hair instead of you had anything done. It's
Exactly.
a great trick.
It's a nice trick, yeah.
Change the
It
color.
was really fun.
If you could only do one thing, though, Nell, what would be the key thing?
Well, I think the big,
In terms of getting
the big
enough bang for
change,
your buck, yeah.
I mean, the thread lift is incredible, and obviously, I mean, the teeth are incredible, but the thread lift just gives you really good bang for your buck because it's non-invasive. It's not like you had a facelift. And look at the eyes. I mean, she had her whole face lifted, and her eyes had drooped from crying and just being depressed, and that happens to a lot of us.
Well, you mentioned in the piece you'd met the love of your life,
Yes.
your Prince Charming, Bob, and he has not seen you, but he's waiting in the back. We've been pushing him back there. He wanted us to come out and take a look at you. So let's bring Bob out here to take a look at his
I told him he's got Anne Margaret as a wife now.
What do you think?
She looks fantastic.
Bob, are you in shock?
I am. But I always thought she was beautiful.
Well, I was going to say,
but
absolutely.
she looks absolutely fantastic now.
Well, now you get to see the real me. That was
And I
hiding.
think more importantly, what I've seen is a level of self-confidence just in this last time that has been more than
That
normal.
was missing,
and
you
I think
think,
that's part of
before?
the whole thing with Nellie and everything is the little boost to help you get to your full potential.
So a little bit outside makes a big difference
yeah.
inside, is
that-
essentially what
it's
you're
that
saying.
she still has to do a lot of changes in her life, but this
Right.
gives her, like, she now knows what she could look like.
Mm-hmm.
She still has a lot of work to do because life is maintenance. It's a full-time
Right.
journey for the rest of your life, and this will give her the boost to see what it can be like.
I needed the boost in self-confidence. I really did. And this has given it to me. It's such a gift, Nellie. Thank
Bob,
you.
you know what she said to me when she did this whole thing? She said, I want my husband to not see me with the scars of my pain from my whole life. I want him to see the me that I used to be.
And that's what you're saying.
Yep.
What do you think about the red hair, huh?
that was a shocker. But I like it. I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, I like it. It's sexy.
I
It's
can tell
fun.
you're a little wild thing now,
I
huh?
am kind of a little wild thing. Yeah.
I was channeling
Better watch out.
Julianne Moore. It was a Julianne
Well, you
Moore
got
vibe.
it. Nellie Galan, thank you so much.
Thank
Jan
you.
and Bob, thank you so much.